Hi everyone, today in this video we're going on in our marathon talking about all the pieces that make us have based decision makings, which can bring some of the times outcomes that we'll not expect, and mainly when I call outcomes that I will not expect, I'm telling about the bad outcome that determines how to succeed in our life. What's gonna be the bees that I'm gonna talk today? Another bees that's is something that can create bad things for your life is negativity bees. Why we focus on negative, and that's something that people understand that is common. So we often remember bad events more than good ones. That's a fact too, even when their equality is significant. This is called the negativity bias, a psychological phenomenon where negative experiences have a greater impact on our thoughts, emotions, and decision making than positive ones. So, in this video, we'll explore what the negative bias is. Now, understand, as on the type of bias, it has a reason for why this is something that exists. So, why we focus more in negative? We have to understand that we, as a human species, we are made to survive and reproduce to remain our species going on in next generations, because the species all and everyone, you see, what is something that is intrinsically made and we feel intrinsically motivation. We like to do what? We like to have procreation. People feel good when they do procreation. It's good. People feel pleasure. And as well, we have pleasure probably when we escape from having putting our life in risk. People as well feel like pleasure that, whew, I have escaped. So these are things that normally we feel. What do you normally feel as well? Was something that we not learn, something that comes with that, feeling fear. What's fear? Fear is attached with the fear of putting or my life in going to the hand. So it's connected with that. What do you learn? It's more like we have other ones that are like more socially learned. So things that I feel guilty that I should not do something, feeling bad because I've done something that I've learned that's not good. So we have things that are intrinsically made with us, other things that we intrinsically learn. And what are the ones that are intrinsically made? These ones that are more in count with what is our main nature, like our soul. And our soul is to survive and reproduce. It's like the two main goals that people have. And then what are the things that are most important to us? Things that put my life in risk or things that I have liked in my life? Mainly, so if my objective is having to survive, is probably I will more focus in things that put my life in risk. And then I'm focusing in what? Focusing in more the negativity than positive that comes with life. With reproduce, I'm gonna focus more in things that can bother me to reproduce or how good is to reproduce. Probably I'm gonna focus more in what can bother me to reproduce, because what? Well, in that example is even better because I not even have to concern about how good is to produce, because what? Because intrinsically my human body is already made to feel pleasure when I'm procreating. That's something that's even normal. And then what do you have to understand? Negative type of bees that's common because negative or threats that we face we tend to remark, because when you remark more something you have higher likelihood to in the future being reflexive toward the happening and probably learning something that can you put in a better situation, and avoid facing as well again in the future a situation like that. It's like learning. It's like the initial of the learning. Learning is made by having the ability to save information, and then by reflection that can get me a new insight, a new different way to act. In the past, ancestors hunting, so have happened something bad in hunt and I have not got the food. It's something that puts my life in risk because I need nutrition, and that's why it's more prone me to remember the hands that I have failed, probably a hands that I have done, that I have gotten how good was the meat that I was eating. What I'm gonna remember more? Probably the hand that I failed. Because what? Utility is have more utility, negative type of outcomes, because there's something that plays a higher role to our main objective, the ones that are intrinsically made and is intrinsically all the species has, that is reproduce and survive. And then is explain why it exists. So we not demonize it. It's not like an interference of something bad in your life. No, it's something that's normal people to have this tendency to get negative beats. But now what do you have to understand? We cannot over exaggerate because can create anxiety, can create disorders that it's not good. So is a psychological tendency that is shown have described why it exists. The tendency for negative experience, thoughts, or emotions to have a stronger effect in our minds than positive ones. Even in that sometimes we can have things as bad that people have rumination and things that we don't like. So it means we're more likely to pay attention to remember react to negative stimulation like criticism or failure or than we are to positive ones like praise or success. Even sometimes we don't like to get praised. We sometimes we don't like it to get praised, and it's things that we neither know. Then criticism or failure, we really have a high type of ability to react. People tends to be sensitive to that because, as I said, human body is sensitive to things that are most important for him, and then so that's why we react more and react more. So sometimes so we try to remember more of these type of things. So real life examples, we have online reviews, people and mainly the famous, and it's concerning because people are not dealt to feel with so much information people doing and having their attentions towards just a specific individual, and that's something that we have to get in count. Then so with the emergence of the social media, that's like these small series that I have started about bees that have emerged with the emergence of social media. So when you're reading reviews of a product or service, you might notice that negative reviews tend to stand out more than positive ones. That's a tendency. Social media feedback. Imagine you post a picture on social media and receive 100 positive comments and 5 negative ones. What's going to be the ones that you're going to remember? Probably so you're going to remember more. The 5 negative comments will stick you far longer, far longer. And as well we have so the workplace effect, the workplace feedback as well in the workplace. So when you receive feedback from your boss, you might remember one piece of critical feedback more than all the positive comments that you ever said. And that's something that also aligns and is something that reinforces the existence so of that base. So we have to accept that that this base exists. The consequence: increased stress and anxiety. Then, if it's not controlled, constantly focus on negative events or talks can lead to increased levels of stress and anxiety. Negative bees can affect relationship as well, as we may remember the negative interactions we have with others more vividly than positive ones. And then so if I'm just reinforcing going toward the negatives, always saying that these people have treated me, they've done that, they've done that, but and doing it not having so the ability as well to reinvoke the positive things that have as well come from the relationship. And it's a tendency that a lot of people tend to do. It's like one of the main type of predictors of relationships, so doesn't going so well with the time going on by obviously these constant iterations and this constant overlooking of bad things. Then cognitive distortions. The negative B's can contribute to cognitive distortions like catastrophizing. That's one of the main things that most creates anxiety, or black and white thinking. So thinking like more hatey or hate or hatey, rather than assuming that life is gray, neither everything is negative, neither everything as well is positive, accepting more that life is the way that it is. Have some type of good people, have bad people, neither everyone is positive, neither everyone is negative, and it's something that's gonna be well to you. So not being catastrophizing, not having polarization, is like being more like someone that's more controlled, more balanced. That's something that we have to get in count. That's something that's helping. And obviously by having negative type of bees, we sometimes can overlook opportunities. By focusing on negative outcomes or potential problems, we might miss out new opportunities because we're so averse to the risk. Then we just think in the best things that comes with new opportunities that happens in your life, and so failing to approve. So we're more susceptible in high stress situations, so we're more active this system of threat after a traumatic event as well. So people that have more traumatic events, so they more are prone to face and generalize this and see more life as a tendency to be more bad as what will the other one that doesn't have this exterior then will see it. And then so these people have to get in count, and there's people that normally they develop this type of disorder. So how to manage and combat the negativity base? Practice gratitude is one of the best habits that you can do it. Focusing on gratitude, it's like taking a time in your day and having gratitude for the things that you do. You can put like in a journal, you can just thinking, you can put in a book, whatever. Applying gratitude is like develop the skill of seeing positive. And it's like the opposite of what is the problem of negative, that just seeing negative things and catastrophizing. It's just how it's the better way to fight the fire is putting water. So what's the best way to being negative is spending actively spending energy by having this gratitude, that even if it's not easy to recall, you do this active type of behavior. You spend energy actively trying to search for good things in your life is one of the best ways. So to later on, by you having developed so much passes almost for your subconscious, and you naturally not needing to actively trying to recall, you naturally see the things without so much effort. After a time of experience, after time of practicing, you were somewhere naturally positive than it will be if you did not so practice this act. So it's like the best way that you can do it, that it's applying gratitude to fight this negative base. So I expect this video has helped you to be a better person, and I expect you as well to help me by subscribing and seeing other videos. So see you in the next one.